Hello. Hello, everyone. I figured to end the year off that we should go back to 2.0 debut stuff with all the portals here and hopefully everything works. All right, but hi. Hello. Welcome back. I'm Art. I mean, if this comes up on your YouTube feed, hi, I'm YouTube feed. Yes, YouTube feed. Hi, I'm Art. I'm Art Creates. I'm an artist. Oh my goodness. This is George. I'm tired. Yeah, honestly, I don't really know how, you know, today's gonna really go. I just thought I shouldn't really, completely leave you guys, right? I didn't want to leave you all cuz I am taking a hiatus from streaming, but I didn't want to leave you guys with like nothing and then just go into the new year, you know? So I wanted to at least have one more last little stream with you all. One last little one. And then I might be taking the entirety of January off. So I won't be back until February. I know I keep saying I want to be back in January, but honestly what it's seeming like is that's not going to be the case. So I might be gone for most of January. And then I'm gonna plan for a little return stream. I don't know. My voice. I was literally thinking about not like canceling this and not streaming, and I was like, no. I promised them. I promised. I must keep my promises. So that is what we're doing. So we're gonna kind of go over some things that have happened this year and just kind of also I'm gonna do this when I come back to streaming in January. I have a video that I posted a year ago and it's me asking myself questions for the next year, and we're gonna watch that. It's very bad. It's probably really bad. But we're gonna watch it, and then we're going to react, of course, to it, and then all of that reaction I'll be putting it up on the main channel, and the VOD will then be put on the VODs. So we have like a reaction to it, right? I think that's fair. But so what have I been doing while it's coming up to the end of the year? So last week I was supposed to be taking a little bit of a break from working on projects, and instead I revamped all of my references for the 2.0 model and finally got along to making a reference for the casual outfit, so you guys can also draw me in that. And then I also updated our art tag because I realized that I'm the one mainly using Art Sketch or Artsy Sketch for my own work. So that's going to be my art tag for my stuff. So if you ever want to look up my art, you can always look it up through there. And then we're going to do Artsy Gallery. So then it's all your guys' work. So everything from you guys is going to be in there. And then you can also post it up in the Discord, of course, too. I have references all in the Discord. I updated it all. I'm currently working on the male model one. That one I might make a bigger reference sheet for because I need him to do more turnaround stuff. So he's probably going to get a bigger turnaround reference sheet than the new ones that I made. The reason being is because he has a lot of scars on him, and a lot of the scars have particular placements. So Honestly, that reference is literally just for me, so it's easier for me to mark where all the all the scars are. He's got a lot of scars. He's a very, I don't know why I gave him scars, but he does have scars. So now you guys know. You know that he has scars. I mean, like, if you've seen some of the art that I've made of him, because I have made some earlier concepts of his art, be in mind that all of those are subject to change. But I have been trying to bust my butt on trying to figure out how his model will work. I've been like trying to figure out how that's gonna work, because again, I'm my own artist and I'm my own rigger, so I don't have somebody that I can just, you know, send it off to and then they just have to deal with it. Nah. I have to deal with it. So I'm trying to figure out how things are gonna work for it. I've been doing some testing. Everything is fine except for one part. You know how I have this like tummy mouth on this outfit? Well, it's actually a part of the base. Like, art actually has a tummy mouth, and so the male also has like an more of an abdomen mouth, but it's asymmetrical. And the way of how I'm having him turn and stuff, like actually turn, it goes off his body a little bit, and I have to figure out all the masks for it. And honestly, it's a butt. It's a butt. I'm like, now I know why people don't do this. So I'm like, now I understand. I understand why people don't do this. There's also like one other part of him that I'm trying to figure out, but I think I have an idea of how I'm gonna do it, so that's fine. Yeah, yeah. I haven't gotten as much stuff done, but earlier today I started working on his background, because yes, he's gonna get his own background. God, you think I'm gonna not have him have his own background? Yeah, he's getting his own background. Of course he is. And then, with him getting his own background, he's gonna get two. Like, I have two. I have two, because I have this one and I have the room background, right? He's getting a room background, but he's also gonna get a outdoor background like this one is, because I think that that's fun. But the outdoor background is gonna be like used for certain things, so yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like working on. The customizable Furby is coming along. I'm gonna try and finish it this week. If not, I'm gonna try and finish it next week. And that customizable Furby should be available probably in February. So I'm aiming for February so that then people can get it before April, so people can use it for April Fool models. And then, you know, there's actually a VTuber that's a Furby model. That's a Furby. So, you know, you could just use it. You could just use it as an actual model if you wanted to. Honestly, I might hit up a particular person that does customizable models, and I might actually have them playtest it a little bit. I'm gonna like send it to them for free to test it, just because I want to make sure that like the tracking and stuff is going well. The other thing though is that it doesn't have it's not going to be vBridger compatible because I don't have vBridger. If I had vBridger, I would be testing with vBridger, but I don't have one. So I just want them to like just kind of have fun playing around with it and make sure that things are working right, because the last thing that you want is for it to go out into a market and then things be wrong or something not work. So it's usually good to get a second pair of eyes. And a person that knows a little bit about customizable models, I feel like sending it out to them would be a pretty good idea. Just to have them test it. I'd be like, you can make a video on it if you want to. You don't have to, because this is more of like a test. It's like, I want you to test it. I might send it out to a few other people as well, like friends and stuff, and be like, hey, can you guys like test this model really quickly? You don't need to customize it or anything. You just need to play around with it, like see if it works. Like, you know, Does it fit up to your standards? But I do want to send it out to at least that one person. I gotta hit them up. Because they do a lot of customizable models. And I think this one would be a pretty funny customizable model. You know, because it's one... I am gonna have to rename it, though, to, like, something else. Or else I could be liable for copyright. So, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to change the name. Okay? We all know what it is, but we are gonna change the name. So, there is, like, those few things that sometimes needs to get done with stuff. But I do have some good things. Do you want to know how many sticky notes that I have on my computer? I have 3. We are down to 3 people. At the beginning of this month, there was like 6. There was like 6 or 7. I kept kind of adding some here and there. Like, for example, editing the Gosmazios video for the main YouTube, which, by the way, will be up and available on Friday. So that'll be the first video of the year, which I'm pretty proud of. It's not great, I will admit. It's not the best, but it's something I wanted to try and see if I could edit it, and I did it. You know, it's pushing me out of my comfort zone of things that I haven't ever edited before and seeing if I can. And I mean, I have edited something similar to it with like my Elden Ring, me versus Elden Ring for the first time. I did do that one. And that was kind of fun to edit. I don't think that, I think I learned a lot from that one about like what to put in, what not to put in, right? And so this one's definitely a lot better. I think it's like 19 minutes long, which is not bad. I think for a gaming video, it's not too long, but it's not too short. It's like good in between. Sometimes I like watching really long game videos, but I feel like for this one, because it's more specific to just fighting Gosmazios, it doesn't really need to be that long. I kind of go over some like funny stuff, like funny little things that ended up happening while we were like trying to get to the main thing, right? So I kind of did some nice voiceover narration for you all. And yeah, I like, it wasn't great, but I like how it turned out. I literally made a quick script for it, and I mainly edited most of it in like a day. I think having a script is very, very good, because then it will like really help you a lot. So there is that. So if you ever are wanting to edit videos and stuff like that, editing your streams down, just make a script. I'm not joking. Make a script. You will thank yourself later. Because then, you know what your points are gonna be, right? There was one time I was looking at editors, because I was like, I kind of want to edit like some videos, and I wanted to see, and some editors have like things that they will edit and things that they won't edit. And one of the things that they decided they wouldn't edit was like Monster Hunter, and I'm like, oh. And then they also had Elden Ring, and I was like, oh. I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to edit them myself. Me editing myself, because that's how that goes. One thing I do want to look at really quickly. Oh yeah. There is something I didn't go over. Well, what was it? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, so sometimes, you look for editors, and sometimes they just don't edit the stuff that you think that they would edit, Me personally, if I were to get an editor, I would literally just get a editor for shorts. That's it. Either editing, like clipping and editing shorts from streams, or from, or like me recording like a short for them to edit. And that's basically it. I think editing my own videos I could basically do, but that would take like, because usually I have to block out a day just to edit all the clips and stuff like that. So it would give me more time to work on other things, right? At the end of the day, an editor and having a team is I would say, gets a few things off your plate, but it doesn't take away everything. Because I was like listening to Giga, and she was just like, you know, it, as much as like having editors does help, you're still like having to take a day, because you're still having to go and tell people, hey, I want it to kind of be edited this way, and it's like this joke kind of hits, but maybe you can edit this like a little bit like this to make it hit even more, right? So there are those kinds of different things. You can't just like say, hey, I don't like this one, or I like this one, or whatever. It's like, you kind of have to, you know, you have to delegate more. But I can do that. I can delegate a lot more, as long as I'm, you know, I can sit and talk in a voice channel while working on something and just be like, yeah, let's like delegate like this kind of stuff, you know. I can do that. I can do that. It's just, I don't want to do it, you know? Do it! Sorry. Oh my gosh, I do that all the time. I can't stop myself from doing memes. I'm sorry. Can't stop, won't stop, man. I got 2026. Stop saying memes, man. Ah, God. Ah, God. On God. Stop. I gotta stop. Oh my goodness. I feel like, oh, there's so many things, you know? There's so many things. And I'm just like, I gotta stop. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. But yeah. The good news is that I only have basically the things that I really need to think about. I actually have some good news. So we are going to have a different pet mascot for the male model, and I did finish him. So he's all done. So we're gonna be getting Frederick. He's gonna be a little dog. Well, we don't really know if he's a dog or if he's supposed to be a wolf or what he's supposed to be. He just is. he just is. But yeah, I did have some difficulties with it because he's not like George. You know, his eyes can move around and stuff, whereas George's is kind of just there. So there was a little thing. I did give him pretty much very similar toggles to George. So George has like a bag of flies that you can give him. So instead for Frederick gets a bone. So basically you can give them food or a snack. And then you can also give them like a cozy blanket. So they'll do that as well. And then I'm trying to remember. Oh, they also have a head pat. So they both have a head pat. So I made sure to do that. I wanted to definitely make sure. And then I'm trying to think of the last one. And yeah, you'll figure it out. Yeah, I think people will figure out what the last one is. I'll leave that one for you guys to find out. A lot of people might be wondering when I'm gonna debut that model. I'm aiming for 5-year anniversary. That's what I'm aiming for. Will it? I don't know. I don't know. I want to aim for then, but I don't know if it will be fully completed by then. I mean, I could have the model done and maybe the background and stuff like that, but maybe like the lore won't be done. But hey, you know what? I'll just debut him then, you know? And I'll just like share what I have done for the lore so that then you guys can kind of understand a little bit of the background. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm thinking about doing with him in particular. I'm trying to think more of right now, kind of like, you know, making the model, and then I'm gonna think, I guess, later about how I want it to move, because honestly, just thinking about how I wanted to make the rig and make it move is kind of stopping me from working on the model. So I gotta actually work on the model. By the way, if anyone is looking forward to the teeth mouth thing on Tra, or the male model, no, it's not gonna have it. There's gonna be other reasons. I'm making it canon that all other chaoses can look very different from each other, so my signature is the teeth mouth thing, but other chaoses can have other things to them, as long as it involves like a mouth or teeth or something like that. It has to involve something, but it doesn't have to be completely like the teeth mouth, your mouth teeth. I also put in the reference my full mouth opening, by the way, so yeah. You can see like how much it can actually open. I know I want, if I was re-rigging this model or updating the rig on this model, I would 100% open it wider. The only reason I didn't want to is I feel like it would start going to uncanny valley territory, because I did try to open up more and it started to feel too much and too creepy. So I was like, I gotta get like a little, I can't do too much or else it'll go too creepy, and I can't do too little or else like why are the teeth there, you know? So I know other people that just like that's what their mouth does. It just opens and closes, and I'm like, I wanted more than that, which ended up getting very unique. Like it gives a very unique set to it. I am doing something with the male model for his mouth, because I feel like mouth and like teeth imagery is very important to this model and to my lore. So that was an accident actually, to make like a full bunch of thing of teeth and mouth. And why is there a damn, what the heck is that car doing? Okay. There's just a car. It just like was really weird. Look, even in the forest, we get wacky people out here, man. Alright. I'll calm down a little bit. I kind of missed streaming. I get like a little nervous before. I feel like every streamer kind of feels this. Like you always get a little nervous before you hit that go live button, and then you hit the go live button, and then you just like, you go, man. I know there's like literally nobody here. Or if you are, they're just lurking. And you know what? Lurkers, awesome. Love you. And a lot of people like wonder how I can still talk to a dead chat after like 5 years. And I'm just like, you just kind of get used to it and just gotta kind of ignore it. You just gotta, you know, it's a hard thing to push through, because sometimes like afterwards I just like want to kind of cry, and I feel like a lot of people do feel like that. And you know what? You just do it. You just do it. Even if like nobody talks, like you're trying to put out content and do content, and at the end of the day, that's all you can do. But anyways, I want to go over some things that we did this year, because I think we did a lot. Technically, we did start the year off with actually doing a fun charity, because on the New Year's Eve last year, I was raising money for charity. I do have the video. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to upload it to YouTube because it was longer than 12 hours. Damn. Maybe I can go back and I can cut it now, you know, because I still have the video, I think, somewhere. I have it somewhere. I have the actual physical video somewhere. I can cut it and then I can and upload it or something like that. And then you know, we had our 4-year anniversary of streaming. And we also celebrated our 2-year streamiversary for getting, for hitting, oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. For being an affiliate. There we go. Brain no worky, and it clicked in. And then, of course, during that time, I debuted this lovely model. I'm gonna be honest, I'm super happy with this design. You know, I've been thinking about a 3.0 model, but then I'm just like, I love this 2.0 model like too much to just be thinking about changing it. And then I'm like, well, if I do, if anything, I'm just gonna update what this is. Like, it's just gonna get updated, right? So like newer art, you know, newer stuff and all of that sort of things. But I'm still gonna have this outfit, and I'm still gonna have my casual outfit, and then we're gonna have the 3.0 outfit. And maybe I was thinking about hairstyles. I was thinking about changing and updating hairstyles too, because I was like thinking about it. I'm like, do I really want my hair to change? I'm like, I feel like my hair is too iconic now. Because I was thinking about having different, and I was like, nah. So there's a lot of stuff that I've been like thinking about, but like 3.0 isn't gonna come out for like, and for a few, I would say for a few, I would push it back like a few years, just because I want to kind of be in, you know, in a model for like a little bit longer than, you know, a year. I don't want to be like, there's some people that are like debut a new model, like a new like 3.0, like 2.0, 3.0, like every year, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I want to like sit in the model a lot longer than that. I mean, a year is still pretty long, but I'm like, I want to sit in the model like longer than that. You get what I mean? Like, I want to be in it for a longer time than that. So there is that. And then I'm trying to think. And then, so we debuted this model. We celebrated anniversary stuff. And then, oh, I also did an entire art challenge for February because of Monster Hunter Wilds coming out. And oh my goodness, that was a lot. I don't think you guys understand all the behind the scenes I had to deal with that. Oh my gosh. I had to edit videos, do voiceovers, do scripts. I basically made 28 scripts, and I made like 28 pieces of art in 1 month because I was doing one every single day. And trust me, it was like a lot. It was a lot. What? Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Why was I not getting messages for this? Hold on a second. I have a feeling that my mother texted the wrong person. Hold on. I'm just gonna message her asking if she sent the message to the wrong person, because for some reason she's asking me if I can pick her up, and I'm like, I don't have the car.
I'm sure it's not that noticeable.
Mother, time to become fashionable.
Oh, I'm becoming fashionable.
All right.
Hello, Tina. Welcome in.
I am George Dimmadome, owner of the Chaos Dale Dimmadome.
Aw, you got... Why did my drip not last that long? Maybe I was you know what? I could have been fiddling with something. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I might have been fiddling with stuff earlier, and I think that's why it doesn't last too long anymore.
Add butter.
Oh,
Add butter.
add butter works.
Add butter. 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 Add butter.
Sometimes I fiddle with things, and I guess I fiddled with stuff. Where is it? Where is it? I don't know where it is. Oh my gosh, it has to be. No. Where? Huh? Okay, it has to be under like fashion or something. Hold on. There we go. I found it. Let me see. Oh, yeah. For some reason, it's on 10 seconds instead of I think it was because I was like testing a few things. That's why. And I needed it to be on like 10 seconds for something. So let me change it back for y'all. Because I think it's supposed to be this much. There we go. All right. Now if you do drip again, it should stay on longer. At least the butter works. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've been in this model, so I wouldn't be surprised if some things are not working right. My old ancestor Erwin said, "Caesar Iron came." No, no, not the came again. Stop, stop. I still have to edit that video, man. I still have to edit it.
Mother, time to become fashionable.
Thank you for the fashion. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Stop. Please, please, we need this to end. I seriously am done with this joke. It was funny. It was funny while it lasted, but I was literally, what? I know I'm laughing, but we actually do need to be done with it. Please, please. Please, we need to leave this joke in 2025. It's funny for me. I know it's funny for you, but over time, I will say this much, like, it might be funny for you, but after a while, like, I lose the charm behind it, and I feel like it was just good when it was happening. And every single time now, I'm just like, I don't like it anymore. I know that I have a clip ready for it to be posted out, and I know that it's gonna come back again because of it, but it's like, at least I'm the one shooting my foot with that, you know? Yeah, because, yeah, that's the other thing, is like, you know, I don't, like, almost want to, you know, be on the floor, curled up into a little ball, just, again, I was, that made me laugh so hard that I couldn't breathe anymore. I literally almost couldn't breathe. So that's why I'm like, we really need to leave that back there, or else I'm gonna start laughing again too hard, and then it's like, oh my gosh. I'm losing more oxygen to my brain. I don't need to lose more oxygen to my brain. I already have a singular brain cell. It needs the oxygen. Yeah, like, good game, good sir. Good game, good sir. Oh my goodness. Oh. Hold on. Hold on, I need to mark something for later. I might join. I join that. So anyways, I was going over stuff that we did. So I feel like we didn't really do much between my 2.0 and just like having fun and just like kind of just like growing. We grew. I was surprised that we got up to 400 this year, and I'm like, I hope that we get up to 500, but it seems like, you know, the more that I post more on a lot of different platforms and social media areas, like it is starting to like grow. It's slow. It's definitely slow, but you know, more people are starting to find me, and I feel like I'm starting to find myself a little bit, you know? Especially with the oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like a lot more people are starting to connect more with my humor, and there's some times where like I just post like random stuff, and there's also some times where I just am like you know, I do have a lot of my content that gets posted onto other platforms. It's definitely more of my clip content, right? It's like clips from stream. But I have a few shorts that I have edited from like actual like scripts and stuff. So there are those that are gonna get posted like more. I just have them in my back pocket. There's like one of me talking about Pokemon Black. No, Pokemon White version. And me talking about Pokemon White version. I might get a acquired version of that so I can replay it for myself. Maybe we'll play it on stream, right? The stream of memes was that was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. I want to bring that back again. I do want to bring that back again. I think that was really fun. I just would have to say no audio memes. The reason no audio memes is because every single time that I did like the audio for it, I got a like copyright thing. So yeah, no audio. If you do video, I will have to turn the audio off. And if the audio is important, as long as it doesn't have music, I would say no music. Everything else might be fine, just no music. Pokemon Black bigger than Pokemon White? Question that don't let me sleep at night. What? What do you mean Pokemon Black was bigger than Pokemon White? I had Pokemon White version. When I got my DS, I got that. 87%. Yeah. I like pictures are fine, like that kind of stuff. I would definitely have to I might have to have Jose go through it and just be like, Jose, we have to vet some of these for stream, because last time there was some that got through and I was like, So yeah, there might be some vetting that might need to happen, right? So what I might do is I might have a channel just for you guys to post up memes for me to see on stream, and then when we have a meme stream, I will like react to it so that then I know that I've reacted to that meme, right? And then I'll know where we left off, right? I think that'll be good. I think that'll be a good idea, because then we'll always have stuff, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay, so I actually have a funny thing to talk about. So during our game day, which was our community day in the Discord, we were, you know, I was playing Monster Hunter Wilds. We were farming Gosmazios. We learned really quickly that you cannot fight Gosmazios without 4 players. You either need 4 players or you need support hunters too. So it's like, yeah, that has to be lack of skill. No, it's not lack of skill. That's actually how Gosmazios is built. The Gosmazios fight does not scale. You have to fight it with 4 players. You will not do enough damage. Or you have to fight it with all support hunters. So you cannot fight it single-handedly. So that's what you have to do. It's kind of, honestly to me, it makes sense because that's how the GOG fight is built. So, makes sense. beat all the players. Beat all the players of the Gogmazios fight. Yeah. That'd be so funny. But yeah, we were playing, and then there was a person that came in, and his name was Lancelot, and he was a lance. He was a gun lance. I was like, damn, that's fun. I like that. I like that. That's really funny. I like when people like do those funny names. If I ever see people coming in like to them and I see a funny name, I usually try and befriend them because it's just funny, right? You were everybody, Tito. But yeah. No, I'm saying for Monster Hunter. For Monster Hunter, there was a guy that came in and his name was Lancelot. And I was like, oh my, no. And then I saw he was a gun lance and I was like, oh, that's even funnier. They're doing the bit. They're doing a bit. For a minute, I actually thought that one of the people that came in, their name was Jesus. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, Jesus, Jesus, take the wheel. Bro, it would have been so funny. But no, it was, their name was not Jesus. There's someone named Michael Jackson that literally looks like Michael Jackson. That's so funny. I love it. I think there's also an All Might out there. It's funny. I love it. I love people coming up with like really funny, unique names for their you know, just like funny memes. And then they do a whole bit, right? And they're doing a whole bit. It's great. I love it. I love when they do that. We also found a Japanese player, and okay, Japanese players are 100% cracked at Monster Hunter because holy snap, like this guy was giving out so many buffs. They were a hunting horn main, or at least they had a hunting horn, but damn, they were like
a devotee is checking in. To ensure check-in is complete, please give me your credit card.
We have so many more credit cards to steal in 2026, George. We have so many.
Time for cozy vibes.
Aw, Georgie's little blankie. Yeah. It definitely is time for cozy vibes. It's
I'm sure it's not that noticeable.
I should like have a playlist of how many times I get balded.
All
Maybe-
right.
Maybe for 2026, we'll have a compilation of all the times I've gone bald. Or at least the really funny ones. Oh. So, yeah. I was gonna do like a whole compilation of the end of the year, but again, I don't have time for that. I'm running out of time. So, we're just gonna kind of like sit here and just like chill and just like, yeah. I did post up, however, if you see on my socials and things, I did post up a little bit of some of my recap. Wow. Oh, wow, you found me. Oh, yeah, I think it's because you were in Nightwolf's stream, and then that's how you found me. But damn, 10 months. Man, people should do follow age. I'm surprised, like, when people do follow ages, and I'm like, you've been following me for that long? How I eat that? No, you can't eat socials. So on my other like social media and stuff, I did post up like a little bit of somewhat of a art summary or like recap of the year. I have made over 60 artworks. I'm not including models or backgrounds or anything like that. I'm just illustrations, just art. Oh, over 60. At least 60 or more. The reason being is because I had the Halloween where I did a artwork every single day. And then in February, I also did an artwork every single day. So that kind of like rounds up to like 59. And then it's like plus on top of all the other artwork and also the holiday artworks that I was making. So that's like a lot of artwork, okay? That's a lot of art, guys. I think that this year alone, I have definitely made more art than I ever have in like past few years, you know? Granny art best waifu. Granny art is the best waifu. Granny art is peak waifu material. If you don't think Granny Art is peak waifu material, just look at her. She's amazing. Though that voluptuous body, those pointed little fingers, her cute little glasses, the little her, she is just peak waifu material. As you just say, the more wrinkled the raisin, the sweeter the fruit. You know? That's how some people roll. So, yeah, Granny Art is best waifu. I have something that Granny Art did that's going to be posted on January 1st, so look out for that on the socials. It's going to be posted in Shorts and on TikTok, and also up on Twitter and Blue Sky. All of my clips also get posted up onto Blue Sky as well. So Granny Art's gonna give you a little show for January 1st. I literally was like, what am I even gonna post for the first ever video of the year? And then I'm like, I know exactly what I'm posting. I It's Granny Art giving a little, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be funny. But again, when I come back to streaming, which will probably either be late January, early February, I know that I keep changing the dates, but it's because I kind of want to make sure that I have more than enough time to be like working on stuff. I'm gonna try and like finish the Furby model. That's my first main goal, get the customizable done, because I want that to be out in February. And then the next things to work on would just be the model and the lore comic for that model. And that's it. I mean, I got up to 3 pages. Look, I got busy doing other stuff. I had to like put it aside for a bit. So yeah. And yeah. No male wife hair. I mean, look, I meant like changing like the time when I feel like I'm gonna return, you know? I just don't completely know when I'm gonna return, but I will let you guys know when I know for certain when I will. So I was gonna just take December off, but it looks like we're also taking a lot of January off too. So, yeah. Stop with that. We need to stop. We need to be stopped. But yeah, I felt like for the last stream of 2025 that we had to pull back out this outfit and this area and this scene and everything. I feel like we just needed to. It needed to be done. But I really like that I was able to make, guys, I made the second outfit in a week. I made it and rigged it in a week. Talk about time crunch, man. I literally was like, no, I really want to do this. Funny enough, I had been working on the room stuff for like a while. Like the room was being made, but then I was like, I need an outfit for this. I feel like I need an outfit. I can't do a room and not do an outfit. The first one, or that model was Granny is pure cinema. Oh my gosh. I like that the Granny model is pure cinema. I like that the joke models, it's funny. It's really funny. I like that you guys really enjoy the joke models that I make. It's like, I spend all this time working on these bigger models, and then they only want me in the Granny model. But you know what? At the end of the day, I understand it too, because I love making the scuff models for people, and I like making Furby models for people, right? so I can understand. As a viewer, I understand. As the person that makes it, I don't. Called you purposely and she lives you a cartoon of a grape or something. You know what? Fair enough. You know what? I don't mind that. I don't really, there's some clips that I believe that you can show to children, but I'm definitely not for kids. I usually try and emphasize that. Oh. Oh, she was messaging me. Oh. Because I was like, I don't know if she's trying to message somebody else or message me. Well, I will say, you know, there's a lot of things that definitely happened in a lot of my personal life that just like really really did like push a lot of things into some craziness earlier on this year. But I'm glad that like a lot of that stuff settled, and now we're dealing with other stuff, which is super great, and I don't like it. But it's stuff that we can deal with compared to last time, which is a lot better than I believe last time was. Last year, basically, my mom and I were very worried that we would actually lose the house. And not financially, but due to natural disasters. And thankfully that didn't happen, which we were very, very glad about. And then we had to deal with a whole skunk issue for a while. That got resolved. Now we don't have to deal with it. And then, you know, I will say this house was built in the 50s. It's fallen apart, man. It's fallen apart. Yeah. But, you know, you guys have made, like, this year a lot more bearable. Like, I literally expected almost nothing to happen or nothing to change and for me to possibly fall into extreme obscurity. And instead, you guys show up and we have fun, we joke around, and we make memories together. And that's what I find is really awesome. And even in Discord, like, you know, we're building a community. You know, we're doing community nights. We're having fun together there, and we're just having fun. And I'm like, this is what I want. You know, we're supportive. We have fun. We share cool, awesome things, right? And we just have fun, and I like that. You are a crazy follower, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta have a little bit of the crazy ones that just bring a little bit of life, you know? Oh yes, your goat. I love your goat. Your goat is fine. I like it. But yeah, it's like, you know, I get to share this stuff with you and all the behind the scenes of things that are going on. Oh, she's pregnant? Aw, I get a little goatee. A little goatee soon. Gonna have a goat empire? You know what? Go for it. Become the goat emperor. Oh. That took a dark turn. That took such a dark turn. Damn. I was not expecting that turn. Oh, well, you know, at least he had a good life, you know? He came and then he went. I gotta stop. No, we're not, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You have very good fun with the 5 goats, you know? That's fair. I feel like I've definitely unleashed more of my gremlinness. One thing that I do kind of look forward to with 2025, or hope to, is I want to get invited. I want to either be invited to more collabs or try and hit up more people and ask them about if they want to collab and stuff, because I don't know. I want to do more collabs. I feel like collabs are definitely a lot of energy. The reason that I don't collab very much is because it definitely takes a lot of energy to do it, and sometimes I don't feel like streaming it and stuff. So, yeah. But I do want to do something for my 5-year, because it'll be my 5th year anniversary, you know? So I feel like, you know, I want to, you know, celebrate that with more people and have fun and stuff, you know? So there is that. And actually, you know what? As we're getting to the end of the year, I feel like I need to talk about some stuff that I accidentally fell back into. And I don't know. I feel like near the end of the year, I always go back and do things that I really enjoyed, and then I wonder why I even left it to begin with. And I re-downloaded Honkai Star Rail. I know. I know, another gacha game with pretty boys in it. Look. I can explain myself. I wanted to download it just to, and open it up just to see if my account was still there. 1, it was to see if my account was still there. And 2, was just to, like, play through it and kind of, like, just see why I dropped it in the first place. And then I've been, like, somewhat playing through it, and then I'm like, wait, this is actually not as bad as I thought it was. I think it's also because I finally leveled up my characters and got good stuff and all of that sort of stuff. So it's like, you know, I got good things. And like, hey, you don't like cute horse skirt? Look. You know what the funny thing is? I actually I went in and then I was like, oh, they gave me a free 5-star Dan Heng. And it's actually the Dan Heng I wanted. I'm staying. That's what happened. That's what hooked me in. The funny thing is that I have, honestly, at this point, I'm just gonna, like, be saving up my, my Primordial Jade. I think it's called Primordial Jade or something like that. Or Stellar Jade. There we go. It's called Stellar Jade. I'm gonna be saving up my Stellar Jade to, like, whatever, like, new character that I want to, because honestly, oh, I got Firefly on her banner. I honestly, like, am just playing through it and just having fun and just trying to remember having fun. I think the reason I dropped it was because I played it on stream, like when it started, like I played it on stream and then I just like never touched it afterwards. So I'm just like playing it on my own, right? And I feel like for a lot of these games, that's what I've kind of ended up doing. Like I used to play Genshin Impact on stream too. I've kind of gone back to that and also played it like off, you know, just playing it for playing's sake. You know, Monster Hunter World, like I've gone back and I've been just like kind of playing that off, you know, going back and playing that on my own. And I just like have gone back to a lot of games and I'm just like, I do actually enjoy these games. I just probably now just don't enjoy playing them on stream. First beta generation of... Look, I played Genshin Impact when it first came out. When that thing dropped, I was there. I literally downloaded it on launch day. So yeah, no, I've been on Genshin and Honkai like since it started. Like when Genshin and Honkai started, I was there. The funny thing is that I tried to play there was like another one that had come out that looked a little bit interesting, which was Tower of Fantasy, which was not made by HoYoverse. And I like played it and then I immediately stopped playing it and I like never touched it again. I don't know, it was just weird to me. Some people have said if I really like Honkai or like and Genshin, like I should try Wuwa, but I'm like, look, I'm already in a boat with Genshin and Honkai. And by the way, do you want to know? I got to the end of the first act of Honkai and then I never touched it again. So I haven't even gone through all of the varying different acts. So I'm just like, what I'm kind of doing is just like playing through all of like the little story stuff. And then I want to basically save up some gems and stuff and grind a little bit just so I have stuff before I try and ascend or anything like that. And like I want to finish act 2 before I like do an ascension thing of any sorts, just so that then it's like I at least have some stuff and I can ascend the characters to whatever I want. I'm gonna be honest, I think before I even get to where I need to go, I will have like almost every single character that I own up to max. But also the other thing is there's some things that I can't access, and there's so many quality of life updates that happened with Honkai Star Rail that I don't get with Genshin Impact, and one is easy farming. Bro, it's so much easier to farm in that game now. So that's why it was super easy for me to get like all my characters up to like max level in like no time. And now I can just beat up everything. It's fun. I think that's why it's a little bit funner, because it's not as much of a challenge. There are still times where it's a little bit challenging, but I'm having like more fun, and going through like a lot of the little story stuff, I'm just like becoming more connected and invested in the story. Also, do you want to know like how much I didn't play this game? Last night I finally achieved having 20 characters. I finally achieved having 20 characters. Okay. Oh my goodness. That's how much I didn't play it. Play Guardian Tales? I've heard another game to also play is like what was it? Not Wuthering Waves. It's another one that's like Wind something. I don't know. I saw people playing it and then I saw people not playing it anymore. Oh wait, isn't there also like Blue Archive? Or am I wrong? I think I'm thinking of a different game. I don't know. There's so many. I feel like a lot of the anime Genshin games are starting to come. Honestly, I feel like Genshin, the reason that it really popped off and a lot of these other games have started to pop off is because of 2020. You know, we were all inside, and Genshin at the time was just like that. And I feel like that's what made like a lot of games like really big, is because of that. Honestly, comparing Genshin to Honkai is like two very different games, I will admit. But in terms of why? I'm talking here. Why throw a fish at that hit me right in the eye. Ow. Oh my gosh, yippee! Oh my gosh, redeeming all the points. But you know, I like it. I'm having fun, right? I'm still doing work. Like, you know, I still do work, and then like afterwards I just kind of relax by playing Honkai, or maybe I'll load up like Monster Hunter, or I'll load up something, right? And that's kind of like what I work on, and I just like kind of like do a few hours or something like that, and then, you know, and then I log off, and then I go to bed and sleep. And that's what I do. It's fun. It's fun. It's what I like to do. So, yeah. And at the end of the day, it's just, it's nice. I don't know. That's like all that I can really say that it is. It's like, it's nice. It's just nice to be playing games and having fun playing games that I haven't really thought that I like did have fun with or anything like that. Like, yeah, and it's just kind of fun to just go back and replay through stuff that you didn't really think was like good. Why is my Wi-Fi being weird? You know, there's a lot of things that have been happening this year, and I feel like one thing is... What the heck? Why do I have so many dropped frames? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna exit out of here. See if that helps. What the heck? Why is frames dropping so much? Hold on. That's so weird. Yeah, I will say one thing that I need to definitely take a look at, and I might need to take apart my PC, is my PC has been acting up with some things, and apparently it's been an issue with the graphics card. So I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit when things like come up. Because I'm not really doing anything besides having like OBS and things open. Then it's saying like I had so many drop frames right now and that my Wi-Fi connection was being weird. Maybe it's the yippies. Oh my gosh.
Mother, time to become fashionable.
Oh my goodness. Are you gonna use up all your points? Yeah, but I do need to look in here. Honestly, it does need a cleaning too, so might give it a clean when I look through it. Deals drop. Yeah, it's like, it's weird. Sometimes things happen, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I will say, like, another thing is too, to maybe why it could be, is maybe because I haven't updated OBS in like a while. Honestly, I'm probably going to be updating OBS like after a bit. Yeah, there it goes again. I don't know. It could also be a Wi-Fi connection. I think it could be a combination of OBS and also my PC. Drawing battle mode for... I'm not gonna have that. Here, let me see. Honestly, another thing that I want to get in future is fiber internet. So it's like, you know, all fiber internet cables, right? I do want to do that at one point. So I did a little test, and it says that I have 565 megabytes download, but then I only have 4.19 megabytes upload, which that's not good. That used to be higher. I know it used to be. The download speed is fine. But it's the upload speed. Oh, now my download speed is bad. What the heck? Now it's even less. What the hell? I might have to, honestly, I've been really thinking about doing fiber, like fiber internet. Apparently it says like it will do fiber internet through certain, yeah, now it's like, shit, what the heck? Honestly, I've just been like thinking about it. Let me like see if it installs it for free. Yeah, there's like a few different ones. The one problem with like fiber internet cables is, you know, they have to install it and, you know, they have to like, you know, find some place in your wall in order to do it. And they might have to actually take out part of your wall to do it. And it's like, eh. But I think we do have a fiber internet cable. And I'm just like, but the thing is that we need it plugged into the router. Because, you know, in order to have like Wi-Fi and stuff, but I'm like, I'm wondering if I can do something to be able to have fiber internet directly connected to my PC and also still have a router. I need to see if I can try and do that of some sort. Just have like a Wi-Fi router of some sort. But yeah, and I've noticed this like a lot more with like OBS streaming. I think it's also just, you know, maybe it's because I need to also update OBS. It's been a while because this is version like 3.31 and it's apparently on like version 32. So it's like I'm like one behind. I'm not like that much behind, but I've noticed like because I haven't been updating that my frames have been dropping and I'm like, yeah, I think it could be, maybe that could be the issue. But again, there's also some PC issues that I've been having too. There's been some crash problems, but it looks like I'm not the only person that's been dealing with it. It looks like there's a few people that have been dealing with that issue if you have an AMD graphics card. So yeah, it looks like AMD, there's just an issue. So, and I'm like, I'm wondering if just like roll back drivers and maybe that thing would work better or something else. But yeah. Honestly, apparently the update with OBS, like I'm gonna wait a bit because I need to like wait a bit. So, just over time, I need to like, you know, think about upgrading stuff. But that's like one thing that if I wanted to upgrade or if I had like the money to upgrade it, I would. So yeah. I mean, I did upgrade it. And then it's like now there's been like some issues kind of happening over time. And I'm just like, this isn't good. And a lot of people have been saying like, oh, if you have Spectrum, like after a year, Spectrum starts becoming worse. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty bad. And I'm like, thinking about switching internet providers now. that might be a little bit better, you know. Because then I wouldn't have to worry about dropped frames and stuff like that. But that's a thing for like future me to think about, you know. Honestly, I think the drop frames, because someone talked to me and they said like, oh, the drops frame stuff is like only for when you're streaming. And I'm like, nah, I've noticed it get crunchy too when it's recording as well. And so I'm like, I've seen it be both ways, man. My good sir. But it like dips once and then it's fine. It's like, it's fine. It has like a little temper tantrum and then it's fine the rest of stream. It's weird. Again, I think it's like a multitude of problems. Could be my PC, it could be OBS, it could be a multitude. Watch me update OBS and then I never have the problem anymore. Because when I was updating it normally, it was fine. And then when I stopped, it started doing it. I'm like, correlation or causation? All right. Anyways, but anyways, how's your guys' end of the year going? You guys playing any games that you guys deal with issues? No. You guys played any like games that you haven't like played in a while, or you played at the beginning of the year and you just like went back to it and you're just like, ah man, I actually really like this game? Or like have you guys gotten like into stuff like, you know, hobbies and things? I think there's like a lot of stuff. I haven't really been getting into like hobbies and stuff. I mean, I've just been doing, I think, a little bit more gaming this year. I've definitely been doing a lot more art this year. I feel like I've done so much art this year alone that I'm just like, it really reminds me kind of like why I do art, and I just do it because I want to do it. Like, I didn't have to update my references. I just did it because I wanted to do it. And also just because, you know, I wanted to do some art, but I also didn't want to do like extreme, like a whole bunch of extreme art, you know? But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. I feel like we've done a lot together. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really expecting very much from this year. And then we just did so many things this year. And I'm just like, what? I feel just so honored. I feel honored that we were able to do all of this stuff. Because we did it together. And and that's what makes me like really appreciate you guys a lot. Because I wouldn't be here without you guys and your support that you give me. And I just appreciate every single one of you. And I'm glad that I could be your little gremlin monster girl goddess. And we're gonna just see what the next year brings. Of course, we have some things planned, but some things we do not. So you never know what you're gonna get next year. You never know what's gonna happen. And I hope that random stuff don't happen. You know, like random like bad stuff don't happen. We just have fun. And that's what I want to just keep going for, is just we sit here, we have a little bit of time where we can just both of us have, like, you know, all my community and us, we just do stuff and we have fun. We make memories and experiences together, and we just try and be here and have fun. And I think, like, at the end of the day, when a lot of people just like ask, like, you know, oh, what's your niche? Like, what do you do? What's your content about? And I'm just like, my content is about having fun. And people usually go like, that's too general. And I'm like, no, when you come here, my thing is to have fun. As a content creator and as an entertainer, like that's my goal, is to have fun. It's like, if I wanted to be specific, well, it could either be for art streams, I want you to learn something. For gaming streams, you laugh at my misery, depending on the game I'm playing. And then for cozy streams, it's like, you know, it's just us being cozy and just having fun, and maybe just talking about the day, or, you know, just just things that have happened and just chatting. Just having a little chat, engaging with chat, having fun together. That's what's important, you know? That's what's really important. And I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of people don't understand that about streaming. It's like, it's not just about you turning on, you know, the go live button and just doing it. It's more than that. And I feel like I've learned that over time, you know? When I first started, I just wanted a place to share my art. And now it's like, now I get to share my fun gaming stuff. I get to share my hot takes with you guys sometimes when I'm doing stuff, you know? And then I also get to share like my progress of doing work on art or different pieces or anything like that. And it's great. It's great. I love it. I do enjoy it. I enjoy like being able to be here with you guys and have fun with that. And I cheers to many more of those kinds of memories. And yeah. I know that this is gonna be short. I'm gonna probably wait until like I'm like baiting my breath, but I think I'm gonna play ads right now, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more, and then I'm probably going to raid, because again, you know, I knew that this was gonna be a short stream. So let me just run some ads, and then we'll get the ads out of the way. Again, these are 3 minutes of ads, and then afterwards we'll have like, you know, no ads for another hour. Yay. And then while that's going, I'm actually going to see who we can raid. So while that's happening, I like how the first thing that pops up is that when I press that. Alright. Let me see who... Oh. What the heck? I'm just like looking to see. There's not a lot of people, but then again, it's a Tuesday, you know. That's just kind of how it rolls sometimes. If I don't find anybody to raid, what we'll do instead is we'll just kind of chat here for a bit, and that'll just be ending, and then we'll end it, and this will be the last stream of the year. I didn't want to just like not leave you guys with something, you know. And there might be sometimes a gorilla stream here and there depending on things, so you never know. What is this one? All right. I was just checking a few things. And then yeah, the other thing is that if I do want a dual stream or anything, I definitely have to invest in doing fiber internet. Because then I know that things won't drop out. Interesting. But yeah, there's so many things that I want to say and do, but I want to wait for the ads to be over. That's like the one issue with like Twitch is that. Also, to anyone saying that there's no YouTube ads on streams, don't worry, it'll come eventually. Alright, we're back from ads, yay. I was saying how YouTube apparently never has like ads on the like the YouTube streaming side, and I'm like, They might not have it while live, but they definitely have it once the video is done. And then the other thing is too, is with video stuff, I feel like with like YouTube streaming and stuff, because like at one point I have been thinking about doing dual streaming, but I'm like, before I even really think about doing dual streaming, I want to definitely have my fiber, like I want to have fiber internet by that point, because then I know that at least my internet will be able to handle it. I think my PC is able to handle it. I don't think that my internet is able to handle it. But then it would make, like, you know, live streaming, like, it'll make streaming like a whole lot easier, I'll tell you that much. Because then it's like all the videos would already be pre-archived and stuff. So I couldn't find anybody for us to raid. So we're just gonna like talk a little bit. And then we're going to kind of be... And then I'm gonna be just ending it here for the day. And for the year. So... I will say, I do appreciate every single one of you guys that just continues to interact, continues to be here. And I will definitely let you know in the Discord and on my socials when I will be returning. I'm going to probably aim for late January, early February. So that's probably going to be like the last week of January. Oh, I just realized. Oh my gosh. February is an exact month. Because it starts on Sunday and then it ends on a Saturday. It has exactly 4 weeks. Bro, we're in Stardew, man. I just looked at the calendar. That's so funny. I actually like that. I like when that happens. So I'm thinking about maybe either January 18th, like that week, or January 25th. I will let you know. So yeah, it's gonna be a few weeks, but I'm sure you guys will be able to handle yourselves. I believe in you. I'll still be around on socials. It's just I won't be streaming. And I think that's the emphasis of the difference. It's not that I'm going away or really taking a step back from content creation. I'm still like editing videos. I'm still working on shorts and other content. So I am still making content. I'm just not streaming. Because that time, the time that I'm streaming, I can reserve for basically being able to work on a lot of the other projects. And honestly, again, I'm down to just like 3 things. And honestly, what I'm kind of just thinking of doing is doing the Furby model, then actually making the male model, and then in between that, working on the lore comic, and hopefully getting like a pretty good chunk of like that stuff done or finished, so that then I can actually start taking these things off and basically be done with it. In the background, there are a few other things I'm working on. For example, I'm also working on like the background for the male models, like background and stuff. So there is going to be some things that are going to be, definitely put in there and stuff. So there's a lot to get done. There's a lot to do, but I'm sure that by the time that it all happens, like we'll be in a pretty good standing. I think that we'll be in I'll be in definitely a much better standing where I don't really have to worry about too many things and don't have to be rushing to get things done, right? So, I mean, to be fair, my lore video that I made for my 2.0, I literally did that in 2 weeks. But I don't want to like rush like that again. So that's kind of like how I want it to be. But for the most part, I'm just gonna like be working on some stuff. There's also a lot of things that I kind of want to like do and add a few things here and there. So there's like some stream upgrade stuff I want to do and all that sort of stuff before I even attempt to, or before I even like really fully come back. One thing I know I'm gonna have to do is if I'm gonna update OBS, I am going to probably have to update also all of my plugins that I have, because I have a few. I do have a few plugins that I am going to have to update. which is no fun. But hey, it's gotta be done. You gotta be done. If I don't do it, then things, I think I only have like one or two plugins. I think it's just like there's like a move and there's like some transition stuff that I'll have to update. But yeah, it's, you know, there's still things and there's still things to get done. And I'm working through it, you know, one day at a time, one step at a time, slowly but surely working and completing it. And it's good. It's great. There's a lot of other stuff that's definitely going on like in the background of things, but hey, that's just kind of how it be. And just gotta do what you gotta do. And yeah. Another thing is this one thing I do want to do, and the reason that I'm kind of like trying to get as much of this stuff done as possible is because I do want to have the ability to have more commissions open, because I want to have more commissions open. I want to be taking in more commissions. I know, like, definitely in I've noticed this much in 2025 and 2026. I definitely have had less commissions, but I know it's because a lot of people are just struggling. I know with money and everything like that, there's just like a lot going on. I actually hope that, you know, things do improve and things get better, because, you know, one, then I can get more commissions. I know that sounds pretty selfish, but, you know, I want to make fun art for people, and, you know, need money in order to survive and have food and clothes on my back. You know, we need to make sure George got pants. I know George's not wearing pants, but we gotta make sure that George has pants. So yeah, there's all of that sort of stuff. And, you know, I'll keep you guys like updated on anything like while I'm gone or anything like that happens, or hopefully nothing breaks, you know, because I'm gonna definitely be taking my PC big boy apart, and not fully apart, but at least removing it, because it definitely needs to be cleaned in here, and I'm hoping that that can help with a few things. And who knows, maybe some other stuff too. And then updating stuff that needs to probably be updated. Honestly, there's a few programs that I think I need to update. I think I've been pushing it off for way too long. I'm a bad person. I don't update. It's not because I don't want to. It's more of because every time that I update it, there's so many things that are broken, and I'm like, damn, why do I even want to do this? But yeah, I will say that even though that I haven't done or opened up many commissions or made many models or anything like that, I have had like a few model children this year, which is very nice. I appreciate anybody that has commissioned me to make fun models for them. So I did have a few model children. I had some art as well done, and yeah. And here's to many more art that I might make next year, or, you know, any models that I might make next year. Besides that of the models I'm gonna make for myself. I'm not counting those. It's great being your own modeler and rigger. It's great. I love it. No, I do. There's some harshness, some pain to it, but over time you just kind of get used to it, you know. But yeah. So I'm gonna probably be ending it off here. One, because I am gonna have to start getting ready because of something else that has come up, because my mother messaged me about some stuff. What she messaged me about? Well, it looks like we're gonna have only one singular car for like a while. Cause my mom has a very old car, and that car, unfortunately, she was like, she literally said, if there's a bunch of stuff that needs to be replaced and things, I'm selling it. And I'm like, okay. Fair enough. And then, because it's just been such a problem. That car has been such a problem. And then she's like, oh, and then I'm also gonna sell this car. And I'm like, why are you gonna sell the car when we can keep that one if you're gonna like lease another one? Because the other thing is too, is like, then and then she's gonna be like, you need to get out of the house more. And I'm like, with what car? It's like, oh, well, you can only go out on weekends. And I'm like, what if there's an emergency? So, yeah, that's... I mean, it's not like I can't deal with, like, only having one car. I feel like we'll figure out, like, a way. But the sad thing is that my partner only has days off on weekdays. So I'm never gonna see him again. Which is sad. That's sad, honestly. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to talk with him about it. I do have to talk about with some friends, because that's just how it goes. Honestly, with one friend, they only have weekends off, so it works. And my mom and I usually, you know, my mom is not a person to go out on the weekends, so we mostly stay at home. So it's like, you know, we'll figure out a way. But she's like, I want to sell this car, and then I want to lease a new car. And I'm like, why not just have this car and lease that one? Like, why? I don't know. I don't know what her logical thinking is. I don't know. Cause then she's gonna be like, oh my gosh, why is it so much more in insurance for this car? I'm like, because it's a new car, Mom. It's not that my mom doesn't understand. I just think, you know, she's just like, she's trying to save as much money as possible, and I can understand her point of view. But also at the same time, I'm like, you know, both of us do not like that car because it is way too low. So I can understand her selling it. It's just more of like, we are really gonna have to figure out and really organize stuff in order if we want to do things. One thing, communication. Communication is key. And you might be like, okay, what's the car need and why your mom is going to be doing this? The car apparently needs a whole new engine, and we do not have that kind of money. And my mom and I are not car people enough to fix it. Because replacing a whole engine, that's like basically, you might as well just buy a new car at that point. Depends on the engine, but most of the time, if you're going to be replacing a whole entire engine, you know, you want to make sure that's done right, and you can sometimes screw up, and if you screw up, well, it's better to buy a whole new car at that point. So, yippee. Well, you know, we were like figuring, I'm going to be honest, I kind of figured that car was like on its last legs anyways. My mom and I both agreed that car was on its last legs. So I don't care about her getting rid of it. It's just like, I've been driving the car that we currently have. That's the car that I like first drove and stuff like that. And you know, it's like you kind of have some sentimentalness to it, right? But, you know, and then I'm, like, thinking about it. I'm like, well, it's just, like, the other car that she had that I was like, that's the car that she brought me home from the hospital in and that kind of stuff. And so that had some sentiment, but it's like, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta get rid of the old and in with the new. And honestly, the new car that we're looking at, my mom and I both agree, is much better. I told her, don't bring me to the dealership, though. I will probably try to fight the dealer. The reason is because I don't want my mom to be screwed over with, like, a bad deal or anything like that, you know? And she's like, oh, don't worry, I'll just bring, like, my brother who's, like, really into cars. He'll be able to, like, negotiate something. And I'm like, he's a pushover. I don't know how bad that, or how good that will go. So, but yeah, so that's my life. But I mean, that's what we're starting the new year off with. Honestly, it's not as bad as last year where my house almost burned down. So really not as bad. That's not as bad. Honestly, my mom and I are just hoping, just please no natural disaster. No, because the funny thing is how our year started this year was so crazy. So in 2025, the year started not only with the fire, a bunch of natural disasters happening, but also my mom and I finally got hit by the COVID. We finally got corona'd. We had been escaping it for 5 years, and it finally hit us. My mom still don't believe that I had it, but I'm like, Mom, if you had it, I definitely had it. Oh my gosh. And then the people that we were like, because we evacuated, and the people that we were staying with also got sick, and then they got like a little mad, and I'm like, look, I'm like, Mom, I told you I wasn't feeling well. Like, and she like didn't believe me, and I like looked at, I literally had to have a talk with her. I'm like, look, if I am being melodramatic and you think that I'm being over dramatic, it is probably because something hurts. Like, I wouldn't be acting this way unless, one, I really didn't want to do it, or two, I really am sick. As like, you know, of course, I didn't want to leave my home. I feel like homesick, definitely. But also, I don't think that you should have put it past it. I feel like she ate her words when I ended up with a fever. To be fair, she did apologize. She did apologize. She's like, you sometimes can be a little melodramatic. I'm like, you know what? I agree. I can be a little dramatic at times. But I'm like, but I really did not feel good. I really didn't, like, there was something wrong. And I was like, it kind of made me feel a little sad that you didn't believe me. But, you know, there's like a whole bunch of things going on. And then we all ended up sick. Funny enough, though, maybe I had a flu and the Rona because apparently I gave the people we were visiting the flu. So I just had both. I just had the combination of both. I'm like, maybe that's why I felt so absolutely horrible. That's how my year started, by the way. That's how it started. Just with so much craziness. But thankfully, things happened and we did good. And over time, it just worked. And we did it. And now we're going into the new year, and, you know, I always hope that every year, like, as much as, like, a lot of bad things did happen, I try to look at a lot of the more positive things that did happen. And going into the new year, I'm just like, you know, I never know what can happen, but I am trying to be better at understanding how to work around it. And I think, like, with a lot of the stuff that I've been working on, even, like, here within projects and stuff, it's just, like, when a problem comes up, trying to figure out how to maneuver around it, because a lot of times I just get, like, really frustrated and stuff, but I just, like, try and figure out my own ways to maneuver around it and deal with it in better and more healthier ways, because, you know, so it's a better mindset, and that's what I'm, like, gonna try. I've been trying to learn at the end of this year, but I'm gonna try and continue that through into next year. And then another thing that I kind of want to bring back more is, hopefully I'll be able to do it, which is, you know, going on like little dates with myself and just going and doing things for myself. I don't think I can do it now because I'm probably gonna not have a car, which will make it difficult. But there are some things that I used to do by just walking, and I might just do that. And honestly, a lot of the things I want to do, I'm like, they're within walking distance. They're far, but they're within walking distance. It's not like extremely egregious walking. It's not like I'm walking like, 20 miles or something. Nah. So there's a few things I do want to bring back that I feel like were really good, and just have fun and enjoy just the moments that I can, and just go and do that kind of stuff. And one I do want to bring back is I used to take my dog to a park that was like it wasn't far, but it was like pretty good distance away. And I used to take her there as like a once a week thing. And then I kind of stopped. But I do want to like bring that back. I don't know like when I'm going to do it or like which day I'm going to pick to do it, because like I kind of want it to be on a day that I can do it. And I'm like, you know what? I might do it on Mondays. Like whenever I don't have like D&D or something, I'll just go and do it on like a Monday, either Monday or Wednesday. Just go and just do it and have fun. And, I did like it because, it would be a really long walk to go out there and just like kind of be in the moment and stuff like that, and just have fun. Yeah. Have fun in life. Going and touching grass more. So there is that. But yeah, without any further ado, I think I'm gonna like just kind of end it off here, because I could keep talking about like all the things I kind of want to do, but I don't want to give like too many spoilers away for a lot of things. Because there's so much I want to do, and there's so much I want to show, and I just I don't want to give it all away. I want to like, feed little bits to you guys here and there, and there is going to be that I'm going to be posting on socials, or like, if you follow the Patreon or something like that, there are things that are going to be posted up in there as well, of like things and projects that I'm working on, and little stuff like that. And then of course, like, on socials, and of course in the Discord, maybe you might see me like working on something, and if you see me in there, like, you could hop in and you probably might see me working on something. I'm gonna try and do that. Every time that I've actually been thinking about doing it, I literally just like, it's been several hours of me working on the thing and I didn't hop in at all, and I'm like, oh. So yeah, sometimes that just happens, But yeah, without any further ado, I'm gonna probably end it off here. I know it's only a 2-hour, but I just wanted to kind of leave you guys with like this little message and stuff, and I just wanted to sit here and talk with you guys a little bit. I don't do very much just chatting streams very often, and because usually we're always like doing something or working on something, and just having like this chance to just kind of sit here and talk with you guys is always very, very nice. And also, I'm trying to get used to just trying to speak with my more normal speaking voice than like my crazy, insane voice. Because most of the time with streaming, I try and, have a little bit more hyper up energy. But most of the time, I kind of want to do more of like these kinds of streams where I'm just like kind of chatting and doing my normal-ish speaking voice. Like, this is the voice that I try this is the voice that I normally have with doing voiceovers. So that's why a lot of my voiceovers and like actual edited content and scripted and stuff is usually kind of more softer. Like, it still has emotion, but it's like a little bit more monotone-ish, but not like a bad monotone, right? I think like my voice naturally kind of sometimes has a very monotone taste to it, but it's like I do try to like add like a few things here and there, so it's not like completely monotone. I think it's just because over time people just said, you sound like such a robot. So I tried to be like more animated with my vocals, and then it's like other people were just like, no, that's not what we wanted. And I'm like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? So, but I do want to try and do more of these like cozy chatting streams and just kind of sit and just talk about stuff, especially if like I have a lot of, I feel like if I have a lot to talk about from like something for the previous week that we just haven't really talked about or discussed, it's like we'll just shoehorn one in. I know there's some people that always have like one stream where it's kind of like that. There's like a particular streamer, and I think like he's the one that kind of started like the whole entire thing for their entire like kind of people to do this, where they just have like one stream where they kind of just talk about everything that they did over that week, or like, you know, talking about fun memories that they had that week, and like, you know, what was like kind of like a best clip or whatever like that. Oh, speaking about best clips, there's I literally posted a clip up today, and it was asking Fairy to get into their uniform for Monster Hunter Wilds. People love it. And the funny thing is I literally said at the end of it, it's like, I need this outfit. I need you to be in this uniform to get views. And literally it's up to 1,000 views right now. And I'm like, yep. The outfit worked. The outfit literally worked. That's what makes it so funny. It's ironic. The irony is there. So yeah. Also, I do believe that they feel that Fairy is a girl, and I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to tell them that Fairy is a boy. But it's funny. I gotta share it. I gotta probably put it up in the Discord, or like, I gotta message Fairy. I gotta tell him like, Fairy, this is popping off. It's popping off really funny. But yeah. So, you know, I keep wanting to talk more and staying here with you guys, but I also know that I do have to go. I know that I need to take my little pupperinos out, and before it starts raining, because it's gonna start raining here again. It always rains a little bit here out in the forest. It's a rainy season, so that's what it is. But I'm gonna, you know, this is gonna be the last stream for a while, and you know, on the VOD's channel, this is gonna be the last VOD up for a while. If you want to follow any of my, you know, content keeping around and clips and all that sort of stuff, for YouTube, if you're watching on the VOD's channel, that'll be on the main YouTube channel. And then, you know, if you want to follow my art or any of my other antics, I am on Twitter and Blue Sky, and also on TikTok if you want to follow on there. And then if you want to be a part of the community, we do also have a Discord. And if you want to support me in the channel further, we do have a Patreon where you can also follow for early access to some content. And then we also have, we also have a Ko-Fi as well. And if you want to commission me or anything like that, I have an artistry and a VGen. I have a lot of stuff. The reason I have an artistry is just because I started on artistry with taking art commissions, and then, you know, when VGen came up, I kind of moved over to VGen as well. But if you ever want to commission me for something, artistry is always open for illustration. Only illustration work. I only do illustration work with artistry. And then VGen, it opens when I want to open it. So there is that. But without any further ado, I think I'm going to be ending it off here for the year. So with this, I do say goodbye to 2025 and hello to 2026. One thing I am looking forward to in 2026, I am very much looking forward to what the DLC will be for Monster Hunter Wilds, and of course we're going to be playing through it. Are you crazy? Of course I'm going to play through that. And I might play it through it with you guys, because I think I played most of Monster Hunter Wilds like offline. Like, I just played it because I wanted to play through it, instead of like live streaming it or anything like that. I wanted to just play through it and just have fun and just enjoy Monster Hunter for what it was, or what it is. And I don't think I'm gonna do stories. I don't think I'm gonna do Monster Hunter stories. Not yet. I have to play through the other two, but I think I'm gonna play through those on my own, actually, instead of live streaming it. I would like to live stream it, but I don't want to be a Monster Hunter content creator. I love Monster Hunter. I'm just not a Monster Hunter content creator. So there's a difference. There's a difference. But yeah. Oh, I forgot that, you know, I also joined the Monster Hunter, design contest that they had. That was fun. I know I wouldn't, I know I wasn't gonna win. I knew that. I knew that going in. It was just fun to participate in. So yeah. And, you know, I found like a few artists through it. I actually found like some pretty cool artists through it. So it was nice. It was nice. One thing that I do want to do next year is I do kind of want to participate in Art Fight next year. I wasn't able to this year. I hope that I can next year. I hope I remember my login stuff too. Good thing is I have like reference sheets now, but I am going to make some reference sheets for some other characters as well, and update some things. Kind of figure out how to update things properly, because every single time that I've tried to, it like doesn't work. Yeah, but without any further ado, I don't know what 2026 will bring, but we're gonna end 2025 here with this. I wish I could end it with a bang, but I can't. I will just leave it off with saying that I appreciate you guys, and thank you all for, you know, making this little monster girl just like happy. I don't know. I don't know. Like for you know, making her actually eat her words on a lot of stuff. And, you know, I had a lot of doubts about things, and now I don't have as much doubts about things as I used to. And I am just looking forward to what the new year brings, not only for me, but also for all of you. I hope that it brings something awesome and amazing. And even if there are a lot of downs next year, I hope that you look up to the positive sides. That's what I'm going to be trying to focus on as well. And I know it's kind of hard, especially nowadays, but I just appreciate you guys all so much. I feel like we really have started to really make, you know, I feel like every year we are slowly making just more and more of a better and stronger community that I really love and I really appreciate. And I hope that we can grow that community even more next year. And who knows what next year will bring for all of us. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And without any further ado, as I always say, may the stars guide you. Until next time, everybody. And I will see you all in 2026. Goodbye, everybody. Or at least, goodbye until the stars bring us together again. Goodbye.